The project has like a whole bunch of different meanings. First and foremost, I got to do this whole project and the art for this project with my sister. To be able to kind of create this with my sister for a brother and sister was really important to me and was just like such a amazing experience, just the two of us collaborating on it. For instance, with Layla's piece, we did some of the Mohawk creation stories. So on her underbrim, we have the story of Sky Woman falling. And then we have the continuation of that is then shown on Logan's hat. Being able to kind of explore those concepts and create these pieces that kind of work together, as well as the art for the jackets. Logan's very much representing the front lines that he's been on. And then also for Layla doing her work, she released a documentary talking about the boil advisories in a lot of the communities in Ontario. So to be able to really create something with impact and creating art that has a real message behind it was just like an absolute treat for us.
The road to the Junos has been such a long road for me. You know, I've been working for 20 years at this, you know, from the bar scene to, you know, major festival circuits. It's just always been a goal for me, you know, and always been a milestone that I've been reaching for. You know, here we are with the nomination, so fingers crossed. I guess it's like kind of one of those two birds with one stone situations. First off, I want to go in and I want to look badass. I want to look like a rock star and feel like a rock star, you know, but how can we do that in parallel with the work that I'm doing? I'm a musician by day and an activist by night, I like to say sometimes, you know, so I wanted to bring that spirit into the Junos. You know, it's a huge platform. It's one of the biggest milestones of my career, and I'm going to be in front of the nation. I'm going to be in front of my people. I'm going to be in front of peers in the music industry. So how can I use that to really make a statement, but not just a fashion statement, a statement for my people, for my community, you know, for the issues that we're facing as Indigenous people. You know, how can I open up that dialogue with the outfit? And that's a big part of the jacket, right? You see it on the back of the jacket. That literally translates to carry the burden of peace, and that's on my shoulders. On the bottom, we have Gahaga, which is my community, you know, the people of Grand River, you know? So all of that is embodied in this jacket. I got a little emotional today just seeing everything come together, you know, seeing the hats and the stories that are on the underside of the hats and how they correspond and correlate to one another. And it's so important for me to have my sister on this journey with me. For the hats to kind of intertwine, it really, really meant a lot for me. And to see everything come together, you know, it was emotional because, you know, it just really, really embodies what I wanted to happen, what I wanted to look like and feel like at the Junos this year.
This was the piece that kind of started the entire kind of like idea behind the art. On Logan's jacket, you'll see 6 arrows behind the Mohawk flag. Logan called me up and he was like, okay, story time. And he talked about how before the settlers came, all of the different nations were at war with each other. And then the peacemaker came and he demonstrated by breaking 1 arrow how fragile it was. Then he took 6 arrows and tried to break it and couldn't, and that was showing that together they were stronger than apart. We really wanted to have those arrows representing 6 nations when we created his jacket. On the collar of Logan's jacket, Layla put all of the front lines that Logan has stood on, and for Layla, all of the communities that she has gone to with boil advisories in her documentary, and they were able to actually finish the pieces because these pieces really aren't about us and what we created, it's about them and their story.
This is literally decades of Logan's hard work and his journey, and you know the entire sweat, blood, tears that went into crafting this album, and to be acknowledged at the Junos is, you know, just one of those moments, one of those, you know, lifetime moments. To have, you know, Logan be that Indigenous voice is, you know, it's really powerful. And you know, Logan has stood up and used his voice many times to bring awareness, to bring eyes to issues in our communities. And you know, this is a really big opportunity for us to keep amplifying those stories. Well, I think anytime you go to these events, the red carpet, everyone's always, you know, who are you wearing? What are you wearing? Cameras, all eyes on you. And I think it's important for us to bring issues to the forefront, like murdered and missing Indigenous women, like water is life. these communities that are struggling with boil water advisories in a first world country. So we're using fashion to, take that, what people are already looking at, and kind of redirect them to important issues. Yeah, this is just so cool. There's so many stories within the pieces that, we want to share as well, like the meaning behind the hats, behind Sky Woman, behind, the patches right here. Like there's so many stories that are right here that we're wearing, and that's so cool. When young Indigenous kids are growing up and they see, someone that looks like me, someone that's Mohawk, someone from my res, they just see themselves, and that gives them that hope. It gives them that, that mindset that they can do it too. And right now that's so important for our youth. So we're here, we are still here, and we're not going anywhere.
Watching this huge collaboration come together with myself, Jay, Tina, Logan, and Layla was really special. Basically because not only is the fashion just already as is a little bit of, an art piece and a statement, with the input of everybody involved, we took it one level further with giving it a little bit more story and giving it a little bit more of a statement and impact. To have Logan and Layla broadcast their message, their story, on a national level through the Junos is pretty important. So ultimately, being involved with something like that is awesome. Here at Master Supply Co., we're all about that rock star stuff. We're all about looking good, but we're also about, feeling good because of that. It's a tandem thing. So the fact that Logan and Layla look and feel their best going into a huge step in their art passion and their career just adds a couple extra bonus points to the entire process. But the fact that they can make a message, make a statement, turn some heads along the way, that's what it's all about.